The same hormone responsible for aggressive behavior is also responsible for more loving behaviors in the context of a tribal partner. What's up, guys? Testosterone is often associated with aggressive behavior in men. We've all heard the term roid rage, which stems from negative behaviors associated with some type of abuse of a testosterone derivative. But what if testosterone wasn't just responsible for making us aggressive, but also responsible for making us more loving partners? Well, that's exactly what neuroscientists at Emory University have seemingly discovered. And just to be clear, the results from this study should not be used as an indicator of whether you should start messing around with testosterone supplements. This video is simply for educational purposes, and if you think supplementing with testosterone is going to get you laid or get you a girlfriend or make you a better lover of whatever, then trust me, you're doing it wrong, and you should probably rethink your whole approach to women or men or whatever your thing is. So this study used Mongolian gerbils, and they used these gerbils specifically because they have an interesting trait where they form lasting pair bonds, meaning they're monogamous and will also raise their pups together. This is also a common trait you see in the human species. Aubrey Kelly, an Emory Assistant Professor of Psychology and first author of the study, said, "For what we believe is the first time, we've demonstrated that testosterone can directly promote non-sexual pro-social behavior in addition to aggression in the same individual." So this is how they did it. They know that while males can become aggressive during mating and in defense of their territory, they also exhibit cuddling behavior after a female becomes pregnant. And they also demonstrate protective behavior toward their pups. In one experiment, a male gerbil was introduced to a female gerbil. After they formed a pair bond and the female became pregnant, the males displayed the usual cuddling behaviors toward their partners. The researchers then gave the male subjects an injection of testosterone. What they noticed after that was kind of a surprise. Instead of the gerbil becoming more antisocial or aggressive toward its partner, it actually became more pro-social and exhibited more of that cuddling behavior. Kelly states that they became like a super partner. Now, a week later, the researchers conducted a resident intruder test. The females were removed from the cages so that each male gerbil that had previously received a testosterone injection was alone in his home cage. They then added an unknown male into the mix and into the cage. They were expecting the gerbil injected with testosterone to be like, "What the fuck, man? You're in the wrong hood, bro. Like, get the fuck out of my house, like, fucking now." Instead, those resident males that had previously been injected with the testosterone were more friendly to the intruder. So what did the researchers do? They gave the resident male another dose of testosterone. Naturally, they began exhibiting normal chasing and avoidance behaviors with the intruder. Kelly says it was like they suddenly woke up and realized they weren't supposed to be friendly in that context. She also goes on to say that it appears that testosterone enhances context-appropriate behavior. She also says that it seems to play a role in amplifying the tendency to be cuddly and protective or aggressive. What I wasn't able to find was how much testosterone they dosed the gerbils with, or what type of testosterone. Was it a short ester or a long ester? If the second injection wasn't until a week after the first, I think that would come into play here. They do mention that the changes in behavior in both scenarios matched and enhanced the specific behavior for the context they were in. More cuddly when with the female, more aggressive when with the male. I think the behaviors shown in both contexts make perfect sense from an evolutionary and survival standpoint. We know that testosterone is the driving hormone in human males, which makes sense. As we were evolving, it was generally males who went out and did the hunting. There needed to be a certain degree of aggression and strength to be successful. But you also can't come home to your partner and be an asshole. Happy wife, happy life, right? For monogamous and tribal societies, a balanced homeostasis within the family has to be present to ensure survival. It makes perfect sense to me that the same hormone responsible for aggressive behavior is also responsible for more loving behaviors in the context of a tribal partner. I even think that this can transcend male-female partnerships and hold true for platonic friendships as well. This study definitely seems to show that testosterone is both responsible for aggression and a more nurturing behavior. The question is, why didn't the gerbil become aggressive with the intruder? I think it has something to do with that week that they waited before introducing that intruder gerbil. After that first shot of testosterone, there's a good chance that the gerbil's natural production likely starts to shut down. So by the time the intruder gerbil comes in, it doesn't have testosterone flowing throughout its body until, of course, they inject it with testosterone, and then that gerbil starts to behave the way it typically would by becoming aggressive towards the intruder. Anyways, I hope you guys found this interesting. Would love to know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.